Challonge.
Fellas, we're gonna do another challenge.
Challonge.
Ardbeg, what? Challenge. We doing Ardbeg Challenge number 2.
What's up?
What's going on, Doc?
I'm Brent.
And I'm Fahred.
We are.
The Spirits Brothers.
Boy, look, you didn't pick some shit, but we gonna do this. Challenge.
We doing
number
2.
Yes, it do
Yes,
be.
sir. It's Ardbeg Challenge number 2. We
Yes,
did a
it is.
previous episode where we blind tasted 4 different Ardbeg
And that's what
expressions.
we're doing right now.
And so this
These
is
are
the
all
second
blind.
time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
sir. Yes, sir.
So before we get into it, I want to do a shout out to one of our subscribers, Eamon Smith. He commented on the previous challenge that we did, and he says, how you gonna do a challenge without the Uigeadail?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We got you. We got you covered this time, bro. We got you this time.
We here.
But in addition to the Uigeadail, we also have the Ardbeg,
Yes, sir.
which is one of the new expressions.
Stuff on the block.
We also have the Ardbeg Blaaack.
No. Black.
Black, like black sheep. And then lastly, how do you pronounce this? The 19-year-old Traigh Bhan.
Okay.
Traigh Bhan.
We'll go with that because I be messing it up myself. And it's been one of them days and I ain't gonna try to get into it.
I hear you, bro. So anyway, so what we have here is we have the 4 bottles listed, or rather presented to you, and we also have 4 Glencairns.
Our producer,
Extraordinaire.
Mr. Kevin hooked us
Clark.
up. He got it till we don't know what we're drinking.
Don't have
He
to
knows.
folks.
We don't know what we're getting ready to get into.
And-
But we're getting ready to find out.
And so I think what we're going to be trying to do is to try to figure out which one we like the best, and any other kind of distinctive note or interesting thing about each of these expressions.
All I know is that when we opened the bottles and we poured them in the glass, the room fragrance changed. We're gonna get into this, man. So I don't know what to actually think that I'm going to get out of the end of this. This is interesting to find out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, the challenge the previous time was fun, and it kind of let us know,
Yeah.
you know, kind of what our tasting pedigree was.
So which way we gonna do this, Kevin? You let us know. You got to guide us through some glasses.
All right, so I'll
we're
start
gonna go
bottom right.
Okay, let's get some nose, bro.
This is
wow.
This is
That grassy note.
yeah, it's the prototypical Isla note for me.
Now it's making me hungry. I need some burnt ends.
But on this, I'm picking up the grassy note. I'm picking up a little bit of citrus.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it.
Let's get into this, man.
Wow.
That is so freaking good.
Yes, I mean, but the palate and the nose is like the worlds apart.
It's sweet.
It's sweet.
When you first taste it.
It's burnt wood. It's burnt wood on this, or maybe burnt.
And it's got that long, flowing finish to it. You know.
You know, it's just really amazing to me how they can come up with this taste note, and how it doesn't seem to resemble what the nose was like. The nose note was
How they do that?
yeah. It just completely different. This is very good. What do you think about the alcohol level on this?
It's. I would think it would be somewhere in the mid 40s or 44 or 45 or so.
Yeah.
Not too heavily, but just enough to give you some flavor to it. You know.
Yeah.
The sweetness is what comes into me more than you would think you would have on an Ardbeg. It's extremely sweet.
This is like to me this is like a combination of like a lemon custard and
I'm getting some green grapes.
Green grapes.
I'm getting some green grapes.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I
I'm getting some green grapes. You know,
Yeah.
the tart green grapes that you have that's not necessarily super sweet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So and so I could see that. The wood note that I was picking up initially, it was more prominent when I first tasted it. It seems
It goes away.
It does. It
Fades
seems
away.
to dissipate.
And to me, it's like a leathery type of note. You know, which is a different word for me, but it encompasses some of that wood and stuff also.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that this is, and we didn't talk about what the ABVs on any of these are, but this doesn't strike me as being much more than about.
And I don't think none of them usually are. They're always in the mid-40s.
The Ardbegs?
Yeah.
I got some Ardbegs that's like,
Yeah.
I think that Grooves is like 52.
It's one of the few that pops up there.
Okay. Let the levels knows.
This smells more alcoholic. It smells like it's got a little bit more proof to it.
Yeah, it does. It
It's been
does.
sitting in that Glencairn for a while.
I don't know what to make of this nose, man. It's pleasant.
The problem is well, it's not a problem as much as that once you get all of this opened up and they start blending together.
Yeah, that might be it too.
It's hard to distinguish really the nuance differences until you taste them.
So what I'm gonna try to do is try to figure out which of these I like in terms of taste best
But the alcohol
between
did
the first and the
seem to
second.
go away.
Let's get some taste.
right?
Yeah, cheers.
Well, that's definitely a different taste.
Yeah, and
Drastically different taste.
yeah. This is more intense than the first one,
A lot more intense.
and so I'm gonna guess that this is definitely a higher proof point
You want
than the
to
first
think?
one.
You would think,
Yeah.
off the first glance, yes.
Yeah, and so
It just kind of pops in your mouth, you know.
so this apple, the note.
I'm getting some sour green apple or something like that in there, you know. It's kind of a tart type taste to it. That's not super sweet, but just enough sweetness to keep you coming back. That tart taste to it.
The first one seems to me to be a tad sweeter. The sweetness on this one is definitely there, and especially there on the back end.
Yeah.
And I think I like this one better than the first one because it just seems to be a little more.
Like it's got a little bit more proof to it, do you think?
No,
You're a proof snob, and you know. And you know, but that's all right too, man.
It just seems to be a little more harmonious.
Man, don't be saying that shit while I'm drinking.
Okay.
This one almost has a musty smell to it compared to the other two.
So yeah, I agree with that, and I think it actually the first thing I thought about was bourbon.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
Okay.
So this is curious to me.
It kind of has a musty note to it.
To me, they seem to be from the same family.
I'm
you know,
nuancing here. See, and and you're going to broad spectrum. I'm nuancing here. This is just wow. It's kind of, and you don't get nearly the citrus, but it's got a musty.
Yeah, I'm not picking up the citrus on this one. This one has the least citrus, kind of lemony nose of the three. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, I think this one is drastically different than the first one. I find it somewhat similar to the second one that we drank. I think that this is probably a higher proof point than the first one. Maybe not quite as high as the second one, but the reason why I find them a little bit similar is because I think that the tasting note is delivered with a similar level of intensity. This makes a statement, like the second one did. It makes a statement, and so it's just a question of whether or not the statement that it's making is a statement that you like.
To me, it's nowhere near the first two on the notes that you have, with that musty kind of it's almost like it's a seaweedy taste to it or something that don't taste quite right.
See,
but it's sweet enough to keep you coming back. You know,
this one, to me, this one has the most the best finish. It has
it's the most rounded finish.
Yeah,
it's because I'm not going to use that word. So, but it's well rounded.
Come on, man. It's good for you, bro.
It's well rounded in the finish that it comes around and balances out what you have on the taste when you first hit your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, it's no surprise. It's like, I didn't taste that. Let's get on this fourth one here. We got one more left here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, bro.
Well, I have a thought about that one that is different from the other three.
It seems a lot lighter.
And, you know, the nose is almost not there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's just, to me, this one is kind of flat.
Not as much as the cut grass and the burnt ends.
It's not much of anything here. It's an Isla spirit nose without being much more distinguishing than that.
Let's get some taste here.
All right, let's do it that way.
Yeah. A lot more of the burnt end barbecue taste on the taste than I got on the nose. It actually tastes a lot better than it noses. And look at the doggone legs on that thing, man.
I agree 1000% with that. It tastes
so much better than it noses.
Well, the nose to me, this one had the worst nose to me.
Yeah.
The nose was really
almost not even there.
Yeah, it was like, it doesn't really add anything to the experience. But the taste makes up for it, and the taste is in the same. I'm not saying it tastes the same.
It's in the family.
It's in the family. Yeah, it absolutely is. This is this is a worthy contender. It does seem to be the thinnest of the four.
When it hits your mouth on four, it just kind of explodes.
Yeah, it's not a big explosion, but it comes into its own. Yeah, it comes into its own. You know, 1 and 4 are very similar to me. 2 and 3 are also similar to each other.
Today, I'm gonna preface the statement at this point. I think that I like 4 the best.
Really?
Yeah. 4-2, 3-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're gonna agree. We're gonna be on the same page today, bro. We was on the same page last time.
Yeah.
You know, so but we're not gonna be on the same page today. And for me, I like 2, 3, 4, 1 in that order.
2, 3, 4, 1.
2, 3, 4, 1. All right.
All right. So
let's have the reveal.
Let's have the reveal. So the number 4, the fourth one we drank, which was number 2 on the list, which is Ardbeg.
Ardbeg.
Yep.
Okay.
So number 1 for you was the second one we drank, which was number 1 on the list, which was Uigeadail.
Uigeadail.
Okay, I got that.
Really?
Uigeadail.
Really?
Yep.
Number 2 was Uigeadail?
Number 2 was Uigeadail. The second one we did was Uigeadail. So number 2 for Brent
was
Uigeadail.
Uigeadail.
Yep. And second one for you was number 3, which was Black.
Okay. Okay.
Third favorite for you was number 3, which was
the Black.
That says number 4.
4.
All right, so that's Traigh.
So this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Really? It surprised the hell out of me. This is a 19-year-old spirit.
It doesn't matter. When I first got it, I'll be the first to say I didn't care for it that much.
Wow.
And I'm surprised that it showed today, that it held up that way.
We agreed on that.
Yeah.
That the first one was the least favorite.
And I bought it here again. I did the same stupid thing. I got another bottle before I had it, and I was disappointed that I bought another bottle after I had it because I thought for the price point and what it was, that it should have been a little bit more there.
Wow, that is, to me, that's stunning. That's a stunning outcome to me.
That does not surprise me at all, because if you go back, and Sam will back me up on this, when I first had this, I said that it wasn't one of my favorites. On this, it does not surprise me whatsoever.
Wow. No, man, I mean, you just automatically assume that something that is, you know, I don't.
With that kind of age on it.
Yeah, with this kind of age, and it's a limited release, that it would fare better in comparison to its siblings and stuff.
Yeah.
But not the case. Not the case. Yeah. Listen, before we sign off, I do want to drop a little bit of Ardbeg news. We're in a circle of folks that circulated some information about Jackie Thompson, who has been running the visitor center at Ardbeg, and she has been promoted to position with Ardbeg as the committee chair.
Yeah.
So she is the chair of the committee. When you get your committee releases, they are the ones that make that decision.
Committee releases.
And Jackie Thompson is the person who has been elevated to that position. So Jackie,
Here's to you.
here's to you. Congratulations, and keep representing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, we appreciate you. Hit the like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it. We out.
Subscribe.